buddy Dave Brown here at ringside, ready to go with another day of CWA Championship Wrestling. I'll be joined by a special guest commentator today, Ron Jordan, in just a couple of minutes. We've got Black Bart coming up today. The King will be here with Freddy as his partner in tag team action, but we've got a CWA Tag Team title match coming up in just a few minutes as Billy Travis and Action Jackson will be putting those belts on the line against the Wild Side, Chris Champion and Mark Starr. The CWA Tag Team Championship match will be coming up right after this. Coming up, all the participants are here right now. The Wild Side, Mark Starr, Chris Champion, and the champions, Action Jackson and Billy Travis. Billy, you guys have the belts on the line right now.
Well, Dave, they are the #1 contenders for the CWA title belts. We won these belts right here, and a lot of sweat, a lot of hard work, and we don't plan on giving them up because we're going to keep our belts today.
All right. We wish you the best of luck as you step into the ring to defend the belts. You guys, you've got to take them away from them in order to walk out of here as champions.
Believe me, that won't be a problem. You know, Travis, Jackson, you are the champions right now for a mere few seconds. But when we get in that ring, boys, you shine them up for the last time because they will be ours real soon. I promise you.
We are going to shine them up, and we're going to take them right back home with us, too.
You're going to shine them up, and we're going to put them around our waist. After we're done embarrassing you in front of all these people here, we're going to walk away champions. CWA. Get in that ring there, boy, and let's do it.
I think that's a fine idea. Let's settle it in the ring, not out here. There they go, toward the ring for the CWA Tag Team Championship. It's going to be one fall, 30-minute time limit. The belts are on the line. The challengers, the Wild Side, at a total weight of 461 pounds, Mark Starr and Chris Champion. And the champions from Texarkana, Arkansas, Action Jackson. From Lexington, Kentucky, Billy Travis. This match, one fall, 30-minute time limit, belts on the line. Referee Jerry Calhoun calls for the bell as the championship match is now underway. Ron, it is Action Jackson starting against Mark Starr with the championship belts on the line. Tough, tough belts to hang on to.
Think this guy lifts weights right here?
Yeah, that's true. The Wild Side in good shape. They do indeed work out in the gym. There's no doubt about it. Action Jackson, I suspect he's lifted weights in his time, too.
Yeah.
Mark Starr finds himself flying through the air as Action Jackson got a hold of that arm. Starr backed up for a moment, but not for long. He came right out of that corner, right for Jackson, and Jackson beels him across the ring. He goes sliding under the rope. Picks himself back up. Oh, yeah. Now he wants to complain, Ron, about hair pulling. Had his hair pulled, he said. Didn't see it from here. Looked like a clean move to me by Action Jackson.
He didn't pull his hair. He about jerked his head off.
Up in the air goes Starr. Nice body slam by Action Jackson. So far, the championship team controlling this one. We're about a minute into the action. 30 minutes the overall time limit. That's a special time limit for a TV championship match. Normally in the arenas, of course, it's a 1-hour time limit for a championship match. Tag made by the Wild Side. Mark Starr will go out. And this is Chris Champion. Champion. One tough son of a gun. Whoa. Action Jackson tough, too. Billy says, hey, cover it. Count of 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Mark Starr there to break it up at the count of 2. Action Jackson right back to work, though, on Chris Champion. Tag made, and here's the first official look at Billy Travis in the match. Champion fired into the ropes. Billy Travis nails Mark Starr as he was starting into the action. Back to work on Chris Champion. Champion trying to sunset. Didn't work. Billy Travis with the cover. He got a count of 1, but can't make it stick for a 3 count. Small package. Billy hooks him down. Count of 1 again, and Mark Starr plants a boot in his back, and that stopped that one. Billy again presses him down to the mat. Chris Champion almost pinned once again. Champion decides time to get out of the ring, slow down the action a little bit because Billy Travis has really been controlling it. Champion saying, hey, come here, conference partner, and they want to talk it over.
I guess so. Now, how long do they have to speak?
They've got a
Get back in the ring.
They've got a 10 count to get back in there. You know, that's a disgusting move for wrestling fans to see guys like the Wild Side do that. But it actually, if you think about it, is a smart move. You're getting beat, call timeout, kind of, and take a breather. It's kind of like a basketball coach.
That's actually kind of like the Lakers felt.
Exactly. Dave Brown here at ringside. Ron Jordan joining us today, a special guest commentator. You are watching a championship match right now. The CWA Tag belts on the line. If you joined us late, it's pretty much been Billy Travis and Action Jackson until just right now as Chris Champion yanked Billy's hair and pulled him back to the corner. Now fires him across the way. Look at Billy move.
Great move.
Whoa.
Beautiful move.
Billy Travis has Chris Champion down on the mat. 3 minutes, 30 seconds gone. Still to come today, you'll be seeing the King, Jerry Lawler. He will have Freddy, his unorthodox, unusual.
I got to see Freddy. I've heard all about him.
Freddy will be here today with the King.
Everybody's wearing Freddy T-shirts in this place. Where's mine?
Billy Travis. Whoa, has his hair pulled as Mark Starr now grabs a handful of it. Starr using the fist, too. Reversal by Billy. Nice one. Billy Travis having to take on both Mark Starr and Chris Champion of the Wild Side.
This Travis is a tough, tough man.
Boy, he is, and he's looking mighty, mighty good here today. Billy, of course, learned the hard way. He lost a lot of matches when he started his career, but boy, is he something else now. Half of that tag team championship to prove it. Tough defense. The number one contenders you're looking at right here.
They're wearing out, though. They look like they're getting tired. This guy does.
Mark Starr to the center of the ring. Billy back to the corner, makes the tag on Big Action Jackson. Out of Texarkana, Arkansas. He wraps up the left arm. Mark Starr finding himself in trouble. Action Jackson puts a little extra heat on as Starr pulled that right fist back. Clothesline by Action, a cover one. Whoa, can't make it stick. Thought maybe he had him there, Ron, but he only got a 1 count out of it. Little slippery. Here's Travis back in. Billy Travis with the headlock on Mark Starr. Look out, Billy. Dangerous place over near the corner of the Wild Side. He's fired into the rope. Oh, knee to the back by Chris Champion.
I felt that one myself, Dave. I felt that one myself.
Boy, something like that can turn an entire match around. Let's see what happens here. Billy, body slam now by Mark Starr. He's got him down. Counted 2, and no, just a 2 count.
2 count.
Billy got the shoulder up off the mat just in the nick of time. Chris Champion off the rope. Knee to the back. Billy Travis in some trouble now. Put that way by Champion, who kneed him in the back from outside as he was on the apron. Oh, look at that. Backdrop. 1, 2. Oh, very close again. Champion thought he got a slow count. Billy Travis still alive. Championship belts at stake. Look at that. Champion really gets those feet off the floor as he nailed him with a drop kick. Count of 2.
Just can't make it stick.
Nope, can't make it stick for a 3 count. Billy Travis, tough to pin. Starr also complaining. Yeah, of course, that's the case with guys like the Wild Side, claiming slow count or just about anything to try to gain the advantage and get the referee thinking in their terms, you know. Mark Starr fires Billy into the ropes, clotheslines him coming off. Billy reaching for a tag. He's 2.5 feet away from it, doesn't get it. Counted 2. He is able to break the cover at the 2 count. Starr from behind chin locks him, puts a knee to the back. Action saying, be patient, Billy. Let's get you over to the corner and get the tag. I'm ready as soon as you can figure a way to get over here.
You know, that kicking in the spine is a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
His back is beat red.
Billy has really taken a beating here the last couple of minutes. By the way, we are 7 minutes, 20 seconds into the action. Remind you that it's a 30-minute time limit for the championship belts. bringing you the best of CWA action right here every week. Jerry Calhoun, the referee, keeping an eye on things. Billy Travis takes him over. Mark Starr comes back with a quick clothesline. Billy was counted 2 again. Very, very close. My goodness. Starr almost had the 3 count, and the 3 count would mean the Wild Side would be the CWA Tag Champions. Billy, look at that again. I don't know how Champion gets his feet that far off the floor. Count of 2 again, and Billy Travis breaks out.
Amazing.
Barely made it.
I don't see how he's doing it. I really don't.
Wild Side, of course, intent on keeping Billy away from that tag. Once they think they got him hurt, they want to keep him in there. Keep him away from the fresh man, Action Jackson, over in the corner.
Travis has been there the whole time.
Action wanting the tag. Billy just can't quite get there. He's only a couple of feet away, but that's the longest 2 feet in sports at the moment. Did he get the tag?
He got...
Just missed it, I think the referee. I thought he got it too, Ron. It looked like it, but he must have just missed. The referee was right there. Boot to the back. That's where the trouble started. Chris Champion now. Oh, he's going to try to suplex Billy. Billy hooks him down in a small package. Count of 1. Only 1. Champion did the smart thing. He reached up and tagged Mark Starr. Billy trying to force his way to the corner. He's close to the tag. You see it right there. Almost, but not quite. Look at that. Less than... He got the tag.
All right.
Oh, the referee didn't see it. Referee was over across the way. Oh, my goodness. The referee is going to send Action Jackson back. He did not see the tag. Look at this. Starr runs into the chair. Count of 2. 3. He got it. What a turn of events. The Wild Side using the chair. Billy reversed Mark Starr's head into the chair, and it cost them the match. Still CWA champions, Billy Travis, Action Jackson. What a great move. Boy, you talk about using your head, keeping your wits about you in a tough situation. Billy Travis did it.
Beautiful move.
Travis and Jackson walk out of here with a tremendous title defense over the tough Wild Side, Mark Starr and Chris Champion, who've got to be unhappy with themselves. We'll take a break.
They ain't getting away with it. I can tell you right now, they're not going to get away. I promise you, boys, we will win.
Yeah, well, we'll see who brought the chair to begin with. Take a break. Ron, we'll be back in just a moment.
I'm Roger Webb with Championship Wrestling. All the action is going to be at Riverside Downs Wednesday. Listen to this great card. Mark Starr against Chili Biku. You're going to see a CWA Tag Title match. Billy Travis and Action Jackson against the DI and Doug Gilbert. A CWA title match. Black Bart putting the belt up for grabs against Rick Morton. Then the big main event, it's a handicap match, a 3 versus 2. Billy Dundee and Freddy against the Master Pain, Dirty Dutch Mantell, and Ronnie P. Gossett the 4th.
You people will stop at nothing to try and get to Ronnie P. Gossett. You're bringing in the retarded Bill Dundee and that freak Freddy. Dutch, can you assure me that you won't let anything happen to me this time?
Ronnie, nothing's going to happen to you. Stay behind me and everything will be fine, and think about your heart. Nothing's going to happen.
Payne, can I count on you? The last time I counted on you, you cost me $1,000.
Now, you know you can count on me, Ronnie. They're as good as gone.
That's what I want to hear. And as for you, Jackie Fargo, I'm working out every day, running 22 miles a day, and your number is next.
The superstar Bill Dundee and Freddy have a lot more to say about that later on. But right now, Black Bart has this to say.
Henderson, Kentucky. Ricky Morton, one half of the Rock
Rock and Roll Express. Well, guess what? Me and you've looked at each other before. This time, you say you're going to take this out from around my waist. Well, boy, you've tried before, and you failed. And in Henderson, you ain't going to be no different, because when I get through with you, guess what? I'm liable to wrap this dadgum brown iron around your head and then fall on you 1, 2, 3, or I may do it just the opposite. There ain't a lot you can do about it, Ricky Morton, and you know me. I don't care about you, your family, the fans, or anybody else. So show up, Ricky Morton, and get this dadgum belt, because I don't think you can, and ain't a dadgum thing you can do about it.
Have someone here we don't get to see enough of anymore. Talking about Jerry Jarrett. Jerry, glad to have you with us today. And you said you've got a revolutionary announcement to make.
Yes, I do, Dave. And to explain it to the people, I know a lot of the fans have come up and asked me and asked Eddie Marlin in written letters, why don't we have a Randy Savage? He used to wrestle in Memphis.
He did.
Why don't we have a Hulk Hogan? Why don't we have a Midnight Express? Various wrestlers. To explain, I'd like to take this just a moment to explain it. As the fans here know, for a long time we were under the banner of the NWA, and then for a while we were affiliated with the AWA,
right.
And then currently we're under the banner of the CWA. And in the wrestling business, the world of wrestling, wrestlers sign with an affiliation, and they wrestle with that group, and it's very difficult for their to cross over. You have AWA wrestlers, NWA wrestlers, CWA wrestlers, world class out in Texas. And our CWA board, because of the response we've had from the fans, one day
at a meeting, somebody said, why does it have to be this way? And our board has adapted a revolutionary policy. And I've been on a jaunt. I'm suffering jet lag. We have changed our policy to what we're calling the open door policy. And that is, for the first time in wrestling, our company, with Eddie Marlin leading it, will sign NWA wrestlers, AWA wrestlers, world-class wrestlers, WWF wrestlers. In other words, our group will wrestle any wrestlers regardless of their affiliation. I have, one day last week, I was at a meeting in Canada, in Minneapolis, and in Florida, all in the same day. The response has been tremendous. We are right now we have been for the past week, contacting all the wrestlers in the country. Last night I met with the Mexican delegation, and Mil Mascaras was just exuberant about it, because prior to this he had always had to wrestle just in the affiliation that he was in. Al Perez with the NWA, we've had tremendous response. Next week, Eddie is putting together a video of those people that have committed to come in and wrestle in the open door policy. We're excited about it. We think the fans will be excited. Next week we'll give you an update and be able to give you specific names of people that are coming into our area here in the CWA under the open door policy.
Jerry, I think this is tremendous. I mean, this is something that fans, of course, say to me, too, as I talk to them on the phone and see them, and that is, why doesn't so-and-so wrestle here? And this policy is just tremendous. So, in other words, from any of the major league organizations, you're welcome in here.
In other words, you don't have to break your affiliation with one to come into Memphis or Nashville or Louisville or any place that the CWA promotes. We promote wrestling.
All right. That is...
Our doors are open to any and all challengers, wherever they come from, whoever they are.
That's tremendous. And it's great for the fans. We'll be looking for all that top talent coming in here. Thanks very much for the decision, first of all, and for the announcement here today, Jerry Jarrett. We are going to go to the ring right now, and speaking of top talent, boy, we got one who came from the NWA, as a matter of fact. He is going to be stepping up into the ring here in just a moment. Talking about Black Bart in the ring right now. Black Bart's opponents, by the way, Black will have his partner, the Dirty White Boy.
Love that outfit.
Yeah, Chris Frazier up there right now, and is just about set to go. Jerry Calhoun says, yeah, I see you. Dirty White Boy says he's back. Black Bart handed that branding iron out of the ring, but also handing out of the ring the CWA heavyweight title, which he won from Jeff Jarrett. We'll have more to say about that later on, especially the way he did it. Here we go. This is going to be a 10-minute time limit match. One fall only. All right. There goes Black Bart as Chris Frazier comes off the rope. Boy, I tell you what, little hair pulling by Black Bart. This guy's big, he's tough, but he sure does disregard the rules left and right, let me tell you.
They redefined the term dirty.
Yeah, you're right. That is the dirty white boy in there right now. Let's take just a moment and hear a few words from the dirty white boy.
Everybody pay close attention, real close attention, because you're looking at one of the meanest, the nastiest, and the raunchiest men in professional wrestling, the dirty white boy. And it don't matter to me who steps in that ring. Jerry the King Lawler, I hope it's you. Jeff Jarrett, I hope it's you, boy, because whoever it is, you're damn dangerous.
Dirty white boy. Boy, rugged individual, let me tell you. And you put the two of them together, Black Bart, who's in there now, and Dirty White Boy. That's a tough team. That's Deuce Mason in there. Deuce Mason is Chris Frazier's partner here today. And as you pointed out, Ron, interesting wrestling tights. Oh, look at that. Dirty White Boy forced him over the top rope. Referee didn't see that. That would be a close call. He didn't really throw him over the top rope, but he forced him over the top rope. That could have been a disqualification on Dirty White Boy and Black Bart, but as I said, the referee did not see it. He was involved elsewhere with Black Bart. Black Bart and Dirty White Boy, heavy, heavy favorites in this match.
Those like motorcycle boots.
Oh, yeah, and he uses them, too, let me tell you. Oh, look at this. Black Bart springs him, and the Dirty White Boy now drops on him and covers. Count of one. No, he picks him up. Disgusting. Could go for the count of three. Go ahead, take the victory, but I got to hurt somebody. See those motorcycle boots? Yeah. He gets up in the air, drop kicks him. Deuce Mason being worked on by the Dirty White Boy.
He's probably a big David Allen Coe fan, you know.
Could be. That's an interesting point. There's a tag made. Black Bart will be coming back in. Black Bart, the current holder of the CWA heavyweight title. Off the ropes, Deuce Mason runs into the booth.
Well, he's very vocal, isn't he?
Dirty White Boy. Oh, yeah. He's yelling at us, yelling at the referee, yelling at the crowd.
I got the distinct impression he didn't really care for you that much. Have you had words before?
As a matter of fact, I do not admire his style of wrestling that much. Chris Frazier's head slammed into the turnbuckle. Black Bart wraps his left arm around the rope, and my goodness, you can hear that one all the way across the county line. Dirty White Boy, Black Bart taking turns working on Chris Frazier. He's loving it. Yeah. Raking his fingers across his eyes, pulling his hair. Black Bart sends him into the ropes, picks him up, leans back. Oh, my goodness. Now let's see if he goes for the 3 count. There's 2, and this time he's going to go ahead and take the win. Count of 3, Dirty White Boy and Black Bart, and really no trouble as they defeat the team of Chris Frazier and Deuce Mason. A time on it, 3 minutes, 53 seconds, and Black Bart and the Dirty White Boy get the win. Next, says the Dirty White Boy as they leave. We'll be back. We got more coming up next here in just a moment.
Hello, over what I brought you well, but Championship Wrestling. It's going to be this Wednesday, Riverside Downs, 6 big matches. Listen to the card. The Dirty White Boy against Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. Chris Champion to be in town against Dustin Rhodes. You're going to see Mark Starr going against Chili B. Cool. A big CWA Tag Title match. Listen to this. Billy Travis, Action Jackson against the DI and Doug Gilbert. Also a CWA title match. Black Bart against Rick Morton. Then the big main event of the evening, it's going to be a handicap match, 3 versus 2. You're going to see the Superstar Bill Dundee and his partner Freddy against the Master Pain, the Dirty Dutchman, Dutch Mantell, and Ronnie P. Gossett IV. All the action this Wednesday, Riverside Downs. We want to see you there. 6 big matches. Bring the whole family. Great card of action. We'll see you this Wednesday, Riverside Downs.
There with Ken Raper. Oh, I hear the sounds of rawhide. That means Dutch Mantell and, boy, you can't miss Ronnie P. Gossett, can you?
No way.
Nor the Master of Pain.
This guy's bigger in person than on film, I'm telling you.
Yeah, boy, this guy, huge. He is. He's 6'9", weighs 325 pounds, Master of Pain. Ronnie P. Gossett is not that tall, but he weighs, I don't know, 600-800 pounds, I would think.
Dave Brown, this has got to be the most insensitive, uncaring bunch of morons I've ever seen in my life. Let me explain something to you. Last week, I came out here and I challenged all the retired wrestlers. And what do? They run in Boxcar Willie, 7 foot tall, 480 pounds, that big fat slob, Plowboy Frazier. Well, I didn't back down and I didn't run from him. I went straight to my doctor that afternoon and I told him, I need an EKG immediately. The doctor tells me after the EKG, Ronnie Gossett, you should in no way get in that ring because your heart's the size of a basketball. I take my note. Let me tell you, I take my note down the ringside at the matches, and I showed my note that I am in no way fit to wrestle, in no shape to get in that ring. Do I get any compassion from the fans? No. They make me get into the ring in my condition. Well, as I'm climbing those steps, Dave Brown, don't interrupt me. As I'm climbing those steps, Dave Brown, I feel the pain deep in my chest. But I go on anyway. I climb up, and when I walk through the rope, I finally have the big one. I fall to my knees. And as I'm laying there, do you think these incompassionate, uncaring morons care? They don't even call an ambulance. They don't even ask, is there a doctor in the house? I'm laying there in excruciating pain, and I'm looking up. And what does that big fat slob, Plowboy Frazier, do? He drops that leg across my head. So no sooner do I have a massive heart attack than I now have a concussion. They're out to get me, Dave Brown, and Jackie Fargo, and Jerry Lawler behind it, and I'm not going to take it.
You end up getting yourself in these situations, Ronnie P. Gossett. You do have a big guy in your corner, though. Here's what the Master of Pain had to say about it.
You know, there's a serious problem going on around here in the Mid-South area. And that problem is that people think they got to put their hands on my manager, my #1 man, Ronnie P. Gossett. Well, let me tell you something, Ronnie. Man, the Master of Pain is here. And he's going to take care of anybody that thinks they need to put their hands on you. All right? So don't worry anymore, Ronnie, because there's going to be some hard dues being paid now. I know your heart's bad. And, brother, let me tell you, anybody that puts their hands on you is going to have to crawl in there with me. And you know where that leads. That leads to a place where they don't want to go. Bad news.
Well, the Master of Pain there says he's going to take care of you. We completely missed the fact that the Master of Pain and Dutch Mantell did just get a victory here in this match.
They got a victory because they stepped into the ring. I am still in tip-top shape. I'm training every day. And Jackie Fargo, I'm after you. An ordinary man would have quit, but you're not getting rid of Ronnie Gossett. I'm just like the weather. Everybody talks about me, but nobody does nothing about me.
Get him out of here, guys. His heart is probably going to be given in trouble here. Boy, Ron. Let's
Heart problems.
Yeah, let's take a break. We'll be back.
Yellow streak down the back, probably.
Brand new in the territory, Ron Jordan. Talking about a guy from the 2nd Marine Division. Here is the DI.
It is my distinct pleasure to introduce to the CWA myself, the DI, the backbone of America. I've been scouting this area. I've looked up and down, and I've seen everybody that's here. And the only thing I don't see is anybody for me to beat. So, what I've done is, I've done a little scouting, military intelligence, if you will, and I have decided to bring out a man that has not only a fine physique, one terrific body, if you will, but a tremendous haircut. And that's very important to me, haircut and shoe shine. And his name is Spike Huber. Mr. Huber, please come out here and let's talk to these eggplants in the CWA area. What I want to tell you, my friend, is this. You look tremendous. You have a tremendous physique. And you're ready to go. Come in here and talk to me. I like the haircut. Tell him a few things, boy.
Well, let me say one thing, D.I. You know, I strive for perfection. And look here, can you see? Yeah, that's right. I'll tell you what, and this is perfection as far as I'm concerned. What do you think about the hairdo?
I like the haircut, boy. I like the haircut.
Get a little long? You think it's a little long?
I'll tell you what, we got a little long. Maybe we'll box the top a little bit.
I think you're right.
But I tell you what, we got a couple of eggplants here today that have the absolute chance of beating us like you do of making apple juice out of an orange. We're going to take somebody out today and every day. And Travis and that Action Jackson, you boys, don't forget it. We won't forget it. This territory now belongs to razor sharp perfection, and that is the DI and Spike Huber. Thank you very much.
Well, at least he's polite there at the end. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
the DI heads for the ring.
I was looking at Spike. Yes, thank you, John Wayne. Appreciate it. Anyway, I used to look like Spike before I got sick. That was what my physique was like.
Right. Boy, Spike has done some working out in the gym. That's
this guy.
That's for sure. Spike out of Indianapolis, Indiana originally. He wrestled around Florida and many different places. The DI. Don't know exactly where he's from. He said, just tell him I'm from the 2nd Marine Division. That's good enough.
What a pleasant fellow.
Oh, yes. Boy, talk about a superior attitude. He has it there. William the Freezer Thompson in there against Spike Huber. Freezer's partner, Tim Hall, over in the corner. Going against Spike Huber, who we've seen before, and the DI. This guy was actually a drill instructor in the Marine Corps.
Still got the military haircut.
Yeah.
Sluggo.
Yeah, he carries around a cigar, but he never lights it. Maybe get a chance to ask him about that somewhere down the road. He's big.
He is big.
He weighs in at about 260 pounds. When I first saw him, I thought he weighed more than that, but he works out a lot. That stays in shape, I guess. Once a Marine, always a Marine, they say. The DI picks Tim Hall up, body slams him unceremoniously. Yeah. Drops down. Now he covers. One. No, but he doesn't cover it. Boy, that really irritates me when I see that happen. I mean, guys that obviously have someone so they could pin them, but they just insist on trying to hurt somebody. Snap suplex now by the DI. This just goes under the heading of showing off after you do that, I think.
With a smirky look on his face.
Spike Huber back in after the tag. Spike taking a shot at William Thompson, the Freezer, over in the corner. Thompson over there just minding his own business.
How long has this guy been around, the DI?
The DI, this is our first look at him in the CWA. I don't know how long he has been wrestling, but new to the territory here. Look at Huber. Boy, just carrying Tim Hall around. drops him on the top rope.
This is just
snapped that neck, made the tag, and the DI is coming back in. He's pulling hair, too. He yanked him by the hair. Now, power slam down to the mat. Count of 1, 2. This time it's over.
Absolutely. No contest at all, Dave.
And the DI says that's it, and the body bag is what he used there. That's what he calls that power move as he comes off the rope and powers him down to the mat. Spike Huber and the DI get themselves a victory here today.
Razor sharp perfection.
Yeah.
Razor
sharp perfection.
Razor sharp perfection from the DIs. He walks out of here with Spike Huber. Hands are raised. Well, we'll find some competition. We'll find some competition for you. I guarantee it. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Hello, everyone. I'm Roger Webb with Championship Wrestling. This Wednesday, listen to this, 6 big matches, Riverside Downs. You're going to see the Dirty White Boy against Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. Chris Champion against Dustin Rhodes. Mark Starr will be in town against Chili Be Cool. Then a big CWA Tag Title match. Billy Travis, Action Jackson against the DI and Doug Gilbert. A CWA title match. Big Black Bart putting the belt up for stakes against Rick Morton. Then the big main event, a handicap match. 3 versus 2, the Superstar Dundee and Freddy, and you got the Master Payne. You've got Mantell and Gossett.
That's right, Gossett. Nobody in Evansville likes you. Freddy don't like you, and Bill Superstar Dundee don't like you. You talk about thunder in the night, brother. That's exactly what's going to be, because we don't care if it's King Kong, Godzilla, whoever stand in front of you, brother, we coming through him. And Freddy going to put that claw on you. And if it came to eating or talking, you may be the world's champion, but this is fighting. This is all about athletes, and we are athletes, brother. Make no mistake about that. Ronnie P. Gossett, thunder in the night's coming to get you, Jack, because when Freddy puts that claw on you, Ronnie P. Gossett, you're going to find out where it is a little pain. You're going to find out where it is to hurt, because you haven't found out yet, because you've hid behind Payne and Dutch Mantell and anybody else. Well, the promotion's got you in the ring, and we're taking them 2 big punks out, and we taking you out. And Freddy, have you got a few words to say?
1, 2, Freddy's coming after you.
Oh, boy, 6 big matches. It's this Wednesday at Riverside Downs. And, boy, that Freddy, you got to look out for him. Freddy and the Superstar, what a big main event. It's a 3 versus 2. The Master Payne, Dutch Mantell, Ronnie P. Gossett the 4th. You'll see them. Don't forget the big CWA title match. Black Bart against Rick Morton. CWA Tag Title match. That's this Wednesday, Riverside Downs.
Keith Robertson and Keith Eric in the ring right now. And stand by. The crowd's waiting for him. Here's the referee. Here comes the King. And there's Freddy right behind him. Oh, boy. Freddy with those claws on the right hand. Boss Winter came bouncing in here to be the manager of Keith Robertson and Keith Eric. He saw Freddy, and he did some fast backing up into his corner, let me tell you. Ron, Freddy's, he is something else. And you pair him with the King, the unified world champion, and Freddy, they make some kind of team.
Just beautiful. Who is this guy?
That's Boss Winter.
Oh.
Boss.
Another one of those loudmouth managers, right?
Yeah, you got it exactly right. Boss will be running his mouth throughout the match. Whoa! Boss almost ran his mouth at the wrong time and got Freddy chasing him there. And Boss can run. He was moving pretty good there, wasn't he? Expiration of time match coming up. Maybe 1 fall, maybe 2 or 3. We'll have to check to see how time goes as the King faces Keith Robertson. Robertson is a big guy.
Yeah, he is. King looks good, doesn't he?
Oh, he does.
Really does.
Always ready to go. Looking mighty good. Jerry Lawler.
Is Freddy ever with a claw in the ring?
No,
they don't
not allowed to. No. That has to be removed from ringside before he's allowed to stay on the ring apron.
Yeah.
Look at Lawler. Lawler slides out of the ring. Grabs Boss Winter.
Good night. Good night.
Boy, you talk about doing a favor for the crowd. Boss was out there sermonizing to the crowd, and the crowd was getting on him, and Lawler tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Good night, boss." Now, boss is up. He's pleading to the referee. He said, "Look, you should disqualify him for doing that and give us the match right here. We should win it," boss says. But the referee says, he had a 10 count to get back, and he's back in the ring, so the match continues here.
You just never know what the King's going to do.
No.
I love him.
Boss, he got back in plenty of time. There's no doubt about it. You'd been over here sitting in the chair where you belong, it would have never happened to you. Lawler reached for the tag, didn't get it on Freddy. Robertson struggling to get out of the way. Robertson doesn't want anything to do with Freddy, let me tell you that. You know, I've often said about Keith Eric, and Keith has not a very good record. He hasn't won a lot of matches on CWA Championship Wrestling, but I've often said Keith never backs up from an opponent. I'm curious to see how he reacts if he has to get in there with Freddy. Boy, talking about opponents, Boss Winter slams the hat down on the floor this time because Keith's own worst enemy right there was his partner.
Got that right. I don't think either one of them wanted any part of Freddy. I don't think either one of these guys wanted any part of Freddy.
Lawler, the King, and Freddy conferring over in the corner. Boss Winter and his team, boy, they need Boss, you need to run through that class on teamwork one more time with them, I think. Freddy, the crowd chanting. Here it comes.
Oh, boy.
Tag made, and Keith Robertson hits the mat. Freddy over to grab Keith Eric. Well, I've seen Eric back up.
What a wild man.
Look out. Freddy going wild. He's after Boss Winter. Boss got his hat in hand.
Get in the ring.
Through the ring. Then get out of the way, Keith. Here it comes. Freddy has just cleared the area. And Robertson and Boss Winter out here consoling each other. No, don't want to get in there with him. This is crazy, says Boss Winter. Referee says 3, 4. You got the 10 to get in here, Robertson.
Freddy is completely out of control, man.
Freddy's motioning for Boss to come on in there if he felt like he wanted to.
What a wild man.
Robertson made the tag on Keith Eric, and Eric... Oh, I know they're not scared of him. I noticed how fast they're running forward.
Yeah.
That looks like reverse to me. I don't know.
Well, shut up if you'll get in the ring.
Lawler and Freddy with a conference. Lawler is telling Calhoun to watch Boss Winter. Don't let the third party interfere here.
Even the crowd's picking on him over here.
Yeah, well, he should. He picks on them, so I guess that's turnabout fair play. Freddy. Oh, hello.
Goodbye.
I'm just waiting for you right here, Keith. And there was Keith in reverse, out of the ring. Freddy.
I don't think I've ever seen two wrestlers this afraid in my life.
Boy, they're all unhappy, aren't they? Yeah, Robertson and Eric. Eric is saying, hey, this is ridiculous.
You know, Freddy's really not that big.
He isn't that big. He's got that tough right hand. As you mentioned, he's not allowed to have that claw at ringside.
Yeah.
But he does have a lot of strength in his right hand. Look at that.
Lawler's enjoying this.
Yeah, cheering him on.
Yeah.
We're at about 4 minutes, 50 seconds of action. Freddy goes after Keith Eric, nails him with the right hand. Fields him across the ring. There's a tag made, and Lawler will be coming back in. Eric was going to nail Freddy from behind, but Lawler got him with a right fist. Whoa, what a drop kick.
Still does that better than anybody in the business.
He sure does.
Good night, Sweet Prince.
Lawler to the corner. Here's Freddy coming back in. Boy, the crowd loves to watch him. Freddy. Oh, gets that claw on the forehead of Keith Eric. He might get a submission. I suspect he's going to. Unless, yeah. Eric couldn't figure any way out of that. That's a submission.
Submission.
Yeah, and Freddy and the King get themselves a victory as Freddy puts that right claw on him. Lawler saying, all right, that's enough. We got to win. Got to break him off of there. They finally pull Keith Eric out of the ring. Whoa! Back up, King. Freddy says, I ain't never coming back until I get rid of that monster. Is that a promise now, boss? Boss Winter said he's never coming back until they get rid of Freddy.
Here he goes again, Dave.
Freddy, no, look out. Come on, King.
Freddy.
Help us out here.
Hey, Freddy.
Help us out here. Get it.
Freddy.
Love to watch him wrestle, but I don't want to be quite that close to him over here, Ron.
Me either.
Freddy and the King head back for the dressing room. We'll be back with more.
Complexion. Love his face.
Here today, Jerry Jarrett was out here and made the revolutionary announcement, something just totally different for the wrestling industry, and that is that from any of the associations, the CWA, of course, we have always had CWA wrestlers, and then there were wrestlers in the AWA, the NWA, World Class, what have you.
It gets complicated.
Yeah, and wrestlers tended to wrestle within their own conference, if you will. Well, now, open door policy in the CWA, according to Jerry Jarrett. He says all wrestlers are welcome from any affiliation, and you don't have to renounce one before coming to wrestle in the CWA. And
I think that's going to be one of the biggest things that come up with in a long time, because I was asking Jerry Lawler about that, and I asked him when that's going to happen, and it had to be inevitable, you know.
Yeah, and it's just absolutely tremendous, because it's going to give the fans around this territory a chance to see just big names just left and right coming in. One of them they have seen before, but kind of in the spirit of the open door policy, from World Class, Kerry Von Erich. Kerry Von Erich is going to be coming back into the CWA as a result of the open door policy. Let's take a look at him right now, the modern day warrior, Kerry Von Erich.
Body to body. Body to body. Body to body, nobody does it like you do. Body to body, I love the way you make me feel. Nobody does it like you do. Body to body, you know I like what you do. When you do what you do to me, you know what you do. Going through this magic night, I love to feel you hold me tight. You are the one that's right for me. You got me feeling tingly. Share the night, the stars above. I think I found this thing called love. Fever running through your eyes. You are my heavenly divine. Body to body.
Modern day warrior Kerry Von Erich from World Class Wrestling coming back to the CWA. Be looking for him in the very, very near future.
That's what I used to look like before I got sick.
Yeah, I've been joined today by Ron Jordan. Ron Jordan, for those of you around the CWA territory, you might not know him otherwise, but he's from 56 WHBQ Radio, which is the first radio station ever to play an Elvis record back in the 50s. And this is the man you read about in USA Today and heard about all around the world who banned Elvis records at that radio station just a few weeks ago.
Well, that was the worst mistake I ever made in my life, Dave.
And they're back now.
Yeah,
right?
it took
Elvis,
2.5 days.
Elvis is
But
back.
I'm going to make one more band, Ronnie P. Gossett.
Hey, fans are going to love you for that,
Yeah,
I guarantee
he's the
you.
next band.
Ron Jordan, thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you, Dave.
In case you joined us late, there was a successful title defense of the CWA Tag Team belts, and that was Action Jackson and Billy Travis climbing into the ring and defeating the tough, tough wild side, Mark Starr and Chris Champion. Starr and Champion got a chair involved and actually may have ended up costing themselves the match, but they lost nonetheless, and the champions still indeed have those CWA Tag titles. Also, Black Bart, Dirty White Boy won their match today. It was Max Payne and Dutch Mantell getting a victory, while Ronnie P. Gossett was over here running his mouth at the table. Yeah, we didn't get to see much of that match as a result of it. When we saw it, didn't get to talk much about it. He certainly did. Spike Huber and the DI. Boy, this guy looks tough in the territory. They got a victory. And Lawler and the crowd favorite Freddy, of course, getting a win here today.
Hey, Freddy knocks me out, man.
He
really does.
Something else. Once again, thanks to you, Ron Jordan. We'll be looking for you next week, same place for CWA Championship Wrestling. Until then, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.